Welcome to Sports Talk. I'm Bob,
And I'm Amit.
and today we're going to start off with baseball and then segue into the NFL. All right, so Amit, the Major League playoffs are just around the corner. Who's looking good?
So my favorite teams right now are the Dodgers, Yankees, which they were a big rivalry. Well, not a couple of years ago, a long time ago. And yeah, the Houston Astros are also looking good. So yeah, I'm excited for this postseason.
I'm going to call it right now.
Yes.
Who's going to win the
World Series.
the World
Yeah.
Series? It's going to be none other than the Atlanta Braves. I'm calling it right now. The Atlanta Braves are going to win the World Series. The end of discussion. You can, why even bother watching? Because it's going to happen. So they're looking really good this season.
It's true they're looking good. I don't know at the level of winning the Super Bowl, but they are definitely going to the postseason. So
Super Bowl.
World Series. I'm sorry.
I got one reply to that.
Yeah.
Okay, enough of that.
All right. So I'm gonna say my predictions for the postseason. Which team is gonna win each division? So on the AL East, the Yankees are taking it. Obviously, they're looking amazing with 90 wins and 49 losses right now. So yeah, they're looking pretty good. Also, Tampa Bay. I think they're gonna go to the playoffs by wild card. Yeah, so I'm calling for that. Then on the AL Central, Minnesota is gonna win that division. I think the Minnesota Twins and the Cleveland Indians are gonna get to the playoffs by a wild card. Yeah, so I'm calling that. On the AL West, the Houston Astros, they're looking amazing with 90 wins and 49 losses. Yeah, so I'm calling that they're going to win their division. Obviously, they're 12 games away from the second spot, so yeah, they're winning that one. Now, on the NL East, your Braves.
Yeah, go Braves!
Uh,
Are amazing. I'll just finish your sentence. Your Braves, Bob, look amazing, and I think they're going to win the World Series.
They're actually looking pretty good.
Yes, I told you.
They're going to win their division.
Okay, on their way to winning the World Series, right? You got to win your division first.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, I think the Nats, the Washington Nationals, are going to get to the playoffs by wild card. Now, in the NL Central, I'm calling the St. Louis Cardinals. I think they're going to win the NL Central, yes. And the Chicago Cubs are going to get to the playoffs by wild card. Yes, so on the NL West, the Dodgers. The LA Dodgers, again, they're looking amazing. 90 wins and 50 losses. They're gonna win their division. They've been killing it right now. Like the second spot has 71 wins, and the Dodgers have 90. So yeah, I'm calling the Dodgers are winning that division. So now, jumping on to Andrew Luck's retirement.
Okay, we're switching to our listeners. We're switching to football.
Yeah,
just in case you're a little
football.
confused. You're like, I've never heard of this guy. Who's he pitch for? No.
Yes. So he was a really good quarterback. Thing is, he played for the Colts. Thing is, he retired. Now, on our last podcast, the NFL predictions, I called the Colts were gonna win that division because of because of that quarterback, because he was really really good, but he injured himself a lot. So yeah.
Well, he got injured.
Yeah.
Unless he injured himself like on purpose. I just want to get out of football.
Yes. So it's sad that he retired at 29, being so good, but he must have gone through a lot of pain for making that decision. I'm sure it wasn't easy, but he said it was the right decision. So yeah, we're gonna miss him definitely in football because he's really fun to watch player. So again, on my prediction, I think the Colts division, the Texans are gonna end up taking it. They have a really good team. They have a pretty solid defense, and best wide receiver in the league, DeAndre Hopkins, plays for the Texans, and they have a pretty good quarterback on Deshaun Watson. So yeah, I'm calling the Texans on that division. So yeah, I'm changing that prediction. I'm not gonna change any other prediction before the regular season starts, unless like a player retires or gets injured. So yes.
All right. How are the Atlanta Falcons looking? Yeah, Atlanta.
They're actually looking pretty good.
Well, they have a nice stadium to play in. So
Yeah.
they have the stadium. They just need the team.
Yes. So they don't have the best defense in the NFL. Like their defense is not great, even though they have some good players out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're not horrible.
Okay.
So they have an okay defense, you can say. But yeah, they have two superstars in there. But the offense is looking amazing. Devonta Freeman is back in the running game. Julio Jones, for me, the second best wide receiver in the league.
Number one being
Of DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay.
I'm calling for him. Yeah, we talked about D Hop a couple of seconds ago. So yeah, I think the Falcons are going to do pretty well with Matt Ryan as a quarterback and Julio Jones as a wide receiver and Devonta Freeman in the running game. Yeah. So another thing, the Cleveland Browns. Just want to talk about them. They've been. I think I'm happy for the Browns fans.
Okay.
Because the Browns are going to do pretty good this season, I think. They have a really good team. I'm happy for the Browns fans because, like, going through 0 wins and 16 losses must have been really, really hard. But a lot of them stuck to the team.
The patience of Job. Yeah, they went through some tough times.
So yeah, I'm happy for them that they're having some hope in Cleveland.
What do you think is the reason for their turnaround?
Well, I think we can say actually rebuilding.
Okay.
Changed a big part of the team. I think the first overall actually, Baker Mayfield is helping them a lot. Now they have a good quarterback. They've found some really good wide receivers in Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. They have two superstar running backs, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Nick Chubb was a rookie last year. Kareem Hunt, he played for the Chiefs. He was really good. The things that the Chiefs released him after they saw him beating up a woman in a hotel.
That's just par for the course for NFL players. Just kidding. I'm not trying to defend that.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of NFL's known for the National Felons League, as some people call it.
So
I wonder if anybody in Cleveland, if they got mad when they signed that guy. Like people.
Probably somebody got mad, but a lot of people was happy because he was really good, actually.
We're like, okay, we like your football skills.
Yes.
Your domestic violence, not so much, but you can run.
But the thing with him, he's not like Antonio Brown, his wide receiver, that he's a drama queen.
Oh, really?
Like, that guy, it's more drama than playing, even though he's a superstar. Kareem Hunt, no, it's not drama. He's just like, he had this problem and everything, and he got suspended. But it wasn't that he said, I'm not going to play football again or anything like that. So, yeah. And the Browns also have a pretty good defense. They have really good cornerbacks and, a couple of good cornerbacks and really good pass rusher / defensive end. I don't remember his position right now.
Okay. All right. And how are your Cowboys looking? I mean, it's still a preseason, but are you pleased with what you're seeing? Or are you still like that?
I'm really excited for watching my Cowboys play. So they have a decent quarterback in Dak Prescott. Just he wants $40 million a year, which
$40 million or $40 million like pesos.
$40 million.
40 million Costa Rican colones. We can do that. $40 million a year.
And like he might be a top 10 wide receiver, top 10 quarterback. Might be.
When you say top 10, you mean top 10 of all time or top 10 in the league?
In the league right now.
40 million for a top. I mean,
not even top 10. I would say like top 11 or top 12.
You think he's trying to negotiate too much? Or like,
I think it's too much.
Or maybe he puts out such a crazy number, so when they come back with a lower number, how about 34? He'll be like,
yeah,
okay.
They offered him 30 million. And they said, I want 40 million a year, but he said he would be okay with 35 million.
Oh, how gracious of him! Wow, learning to live on less.
Exactly.
I'll tighten the belt and live below my means.
Another thing with my Cowboys, arguably the best running back in the league, Ezekiel Elliott. He held out of training camp and out of the preseason because he wanted a new contract, even though his contract has 2 years left.
Okay. You think that's going to pay off for him?
So he said he's not going to play this season if they didn't give him a new contract.
Okay, but NFL, you don't have that many years to play in the NFL. It's a tough.
Yes.
Like, would he really let the whole year? Wait, but since he already has a contract
with 2 years left,
so Dallas wouldn't have to pay him though if he doesn't play, right? I mean, isn't that part of the thing? Like, we pay you to play if you're not injured and you just sit out.
But the thing is that we want him to play because he's a really important part.
But if you do that, renegotiate the deal, will you come back in another year saying, "Oh, I want to renegotiate again"?
I think that I don't think that's gonna happen. Now the thing is that they can give him all the money he wants, even though they can pay for it, because then another player comes and said, "I want this amount of money." And the team says no, and they said, but Zeke asked for this, and you said yes to him, and then it's gonna be a really big locker room problem. So yeah, no thanks. So yeah, they're kind of negotiating with him, but I think a contract is gonna be done before the regular season. They say they're really close to having a new contract, so I'm happy for both Zeke and the Cowboys because we actually really need him. Now we have a really good wide receiver on Amari Cooper. I'm excited to see him play again. And Dallas has a pretty solid defense right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say a top 5 best defense. They actually had a horrible defense a couple of years ago, but now it's really good. So, yeah, I'm excited to see them play again.
It's funny. I think, we often talk about the players and then maybe the coaches and the coordinators.
Yes.
But how much of it is also like the management?
Yes.
Of like putting a team together. Yeah, the owner, but the management, the scouts, or the coach obviously has a big part to play, and sometimes the star players have a big part to play in who gets. But a lot of it's like rebuilding a team. Yes. A lot of it's management. They're the unsung heroes. Like they built, obviously, maybe the coach gets blamed plenty, but they also maybe get blamed. Oh, it's a bad franchise. They need to, if a team does poorly, but if a team does really well, like Cleveland rebuilding, So I don't know. It's kind of funny that there's guys who put on a suit every day and go to the office, but they're working for the sports team, but they're trying to figure out the best deals. Okay. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yes. No, it's actually pretty true. Owners are really underrated on the fact of like how a team does on the year, because even though the head coach is maybe the one that finds the players, not always, but sometimes it's him who has to pay for it, who has to negotiate the contracts. That's a team owner. Yeah, so they play a really big part in that. Not everybody talks about them.
But sometimes they can make bad decisions. A couple years ago, the owner of the Browns liked Johnny Manziel. And there was talk that when the Browns, I don't know how direct, but like everyone knew that the owner really liked Johnny Manziel. I think there was pressure. Of course, Johnny Texas didn't prove to be so hot. Now he's playing. Well, he did play for the other football league. That fell apart. But there's like a new league coming too.
I don't know.
The guy
XFL. Vince McMahon.
The rebirth of the XFL, and who knows he'll be.
I don't think it's gonna last.
No, I mean we've talked about this.
Yes.
Some hardcore fans want football 365 days a year,
Yes,
but
the thing is, it's not the same thing watching, like.
Yeah, varsity.
Yeah, like
junior varsity.
Like watching CFL, maybe for the Canadians, but like watching AAF or CFL, I don't know. I'm just not interested.
Because that all the guys in the CFL, the XFL,
yes.
if they could, they would play in the NFL in a heartbeat.
Yes.
They're not playing those leagues because they don't like the NFL.
Yes.
And I like having an off season because it lets you rest, and then the training and people can start talking,
and it makes the start of the NFL season more exciting. Like imagine every day having football, so the NFL season is about to start. How cool! But like when you actually miss football for so long and the season's about to come, you actually get really hyped for it. So something I really like about football is that.
Yeah. So I guess what sport has the longest season?
Baseball.
Is it baseball?
Well, soccer, they don't have like that. The season is not that long.
I have no idea how that works.
The season is not that long, but
how many games do they play? Like a professional team in like Real Madrid or whatever.
It really depends, but
what do you mean it depends? You mean they don't have like every team?
No, yes, but on different leagues, like on the league in Spain or in the league here in Costa Rica. There's different, yes.
What about in Spain, like in Europe? How many games? What's considered?
I actually don't know. I'm not that a fan of football, out of Costa Rica.
Gotcha. Well, how many games do they play here?
Here, I think it's like 30 games.
30? And you're
something.
You're a Cartago fan, right? You said you're a Cartago fan?
Or 25, something. 25. No, I'm a Saprissa fan. For life.
Seems like everybody here, is
a lot of people.
Like I walk around wearing a Saprissa shirt, and I was like, "What about these poor other teams?" Or like everyone's like, "No."
The thing was Saprissa. Everybody from my family is from Saprissa.
Are they a rich team?
For here, yes.
I mean, compared to the other teams, is what I meant. Not like Barcelona or Saprissa. Okay, so they have the money to maybe pay players more?
Yes. Well, something I hate about football, about soccer, and I love about football, there's cap. You cannot play. There's a limit of what you can pay or what you can
In soccer?
No, in football. Because if not, the richest team would be the best one.
No, baseball there's not a cap, is there?
I'm not sure.
It's like the New York Yankees.
In soccer, there's no cap, so yeah.
Of course, I mean your biggest markets, like in baseball, New York Yankees, humongous market.
Yes.
Minnesota Twins, it's a market, but it's not New York.
In soccer, jumping again to how long a season is. It's not that long, but it ends. You have 2 months of rest or 1 month and a half, and then it goes back. So
wait, it goes back.
It starts again.
So then the season would last 10 months, is what you're saying.
Is it? Then there's 2 seasons a year. So there's 2 months to rest, and then starts another
2 seasons a year. Interesting.
So yeah.
Don't give the NFL any ideas.
No.
It could be crazy. No, you can't. The body can't. Those guys couldn't.
No.
Your body couldn't play.
Yeah, there's actually a syndrome in the NFL that because of how rough the game is, the players can get injured really easily because of how exposed they are.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Go Braves. Next, actually, we're recording another podcast this Friday.
Yes.
And so we probably won't have a lot of NFL news other than maybe some deals.
Yes.
For a certain LA Rams quarterback.
Yes. Jared Goff got a new deal.
Well, hopefully we'll know how much it's worth.
Yes, because
so far the financial details have not been disclosed, and we don't really have any insiders yet.
Yes.
We have connections, believe me, but we don't really have any insiders in that particular franchise. And maybe who knows what we'll talk about other than sports. So, all right, everybody, take it easy.